is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Afenyo market with the case ko okwa that day na near the judgment aba near atranso and this is because 50 years also nya won maami we qualified ye ne na wie na se be saba maami we asaba back no asaba betra ho ye ko ya na se ba ye e wo sofi wo su bempa
yes
e dia be no wan kan fa president Mahama ho wo ye ne ho adwuma nkasa adwuma boni nyina ye fa ne ho ba metwa ka chabe collection no on timi nkasa NDC for amfa kire ya mane nsu ana ya mane nsa.
He promised a link government and he promised 60 ministers in there 80 ha 56 NOD adwuma. Sami Jenfia ye boni a Otu Darko na me crucify the first because I am a journalist of conviction and a journalist of principle. Before control come hanum when in government in opposition still agenda. Party ni good mo tenase, you must wear the cap of wisdom. No matter to money masene be ya. Nyankopon be hunu mmobo no nsem hunu se ya. Na 2028 aso no mase anwe.
Asemo. Nana Otu Darko. Kojo munya botre. Nana Otu Darko ena eso na busan wo de yema munyina kwa ba Boadu TV so. First time na wa subscribe yen na like video no. Na yenya comment section mo ye wi na ya share their core social media platform so Nana Otu Darko ene tie gina mu se kasa menye vi ye boni anka no a na be first person be crucify no wo be bona sendum se on de enim do etimi ye na or the warning bi ama Mahama appointees Mahama ministers CEOs say onimpa messages in the baby course in the baby appointment amafo be book bebre amafo ba be hwe mo office bebre nanso munya botrema fusu jes no mabre mamunya di NPP for ye di bio enye sa ombeti meku yira kata de ahemani ase na no Otu Darko na eka no wafa ye NPP na kojo se eyi e friend is chief justice oko na chief justice de one is ankofa na babim Boadu Torkonu why NDC force and never better naso ene ko be mafia mo papa na minimum that say na Afenyo market me the case ko a court na the same day ya ma judgment minimum that
nya atwonfo na eniwom tukuruma enkrofo a wom voice na ayira so many years ago suddenly they have found their lost voices and it irritates me. Because we saw the last 8 years. We saw the last 8 years in our country. One more, na kebeti me press briefings come anutu. One more, na kaso me press conference akese. One come anutu. One more, na esa reprimanding crofo yanto munka. CSOs, most of them were virtually dead in this country. School unions, Yantu Bianca, in the last 8 years. Business tycoons, ni business mogos hodo. International bodies, international agencies. The clergy, they were quiet in this country for the past 8 years. Sabi, Imam Mubia, they belong to the Muslim clerics, they were all quiet. Christian Council, in the past 8 years, they were in this country. What were their stands? Muslims Mission, what was their stance? Ghana Bar Association, what was their stance? Agencies are now what Ghana, a Kesanka was sorry, to me. All of them were silent, and even if they were loud in their silence. All of a sudden, Sami Jenfia all of a sudden they have found their lost voices. And you think say any maybe ban and funny crime we should keep quiet and allow those things to go on? Certainly no. And then I'm rehopa. You better come on rehopa. Because we must set certain records straight in this country. Who are Facebook Ashema? Eric Gary Mahu. Osenana, good afternoon. Lucky Eagles watching from Atlantic Ocean. Hey, and so if you know, you're not so much. Boadu Kwesi, Osen Lisa Kuya Kwanza, Francis Fairborn, good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon. Because see, it doesn't make political sense to me. How and Crawford Samba, you're trying to trap your kroma. And so someone wants Samba, then they are quiet about it. And let me say this to end this for. Listen, learn how to protect your own. Listen to what I'm saying. Learn how to protect your own. Look, with no disrespect to all of you, because minim end this if one sorry. Look, I am not saying and I have not said. So be when this no din sem hunu akwedi chi Debbie. We din sem hunu yinema. Because Ghana is bigger than NDC. Now can't I say? If somebody has meddled himself or herself in the affairs of corruption, so be a dedicate as say prayer. During me can edura only kun ye yinema. Yen kan ntum esan say or mamanya kunti. There's no way somebody use medium way to for money, menyasa. Because Ghana first. Name when there's a click say Wunyanua or what's our party in Sabi on certain boni bia potin. Name and crophobin a pese at the Kodekituana Wayano were blown out of proportion. Now come on, Utumwa. And you call yourself we a party folk. Sometimes when things happen in MPP, look at how they come together to protect their rule. Now social media and I'm pocket of NDC guys. Sami born a Paris. You tell me. And your politics now full krumha. And a 10 krumha. And your politics and a bongo krumha. Sami Jenfi ne how pa most anything. And Matibia Omokaza, the president should have dismissed Sami Jenfi. Says he can't now they call two gold board, no, where we are now saying. Some Crawford salary says so Trump account gold board, no, one farm one with their caught in a personal account more and saying. Some or transfer public funds. I call the private account what to say near Dubuahin, this signals bureau, yeah, no one saying. So, Tenassi and I'm a ECG related materials. I confirm via to send your board chairman nippy. Yeah. To so Afenyo marking, yeah, dear, wait to make a reno, and I'm Sami Jenfi. And as a Sami Jenfi, one of her say, Uncle got to sky trick to send your Joga Temu, a supervisor here. $2 million went your sky trainer, your $2 million is one. And as a major fina, or committee $58 million sent from Kotuamra in the name of building a cathedral. What am asking? What's the damn pot in a major fee here? In the case of the alleged $800, most of them are agradano. And as a major fina, trade camera no channel. These things must stop. Yeah? And MBS in the past. Esia, then people have their way. No more. No more. Because yen tracing yan high, and my one empire mine Ghana ye and more Ghana. No more. Because it doesn't make political sense to me. W. Now, look, let me use all political parties. Why not so quick? Yes, I want Cheska. Why not so quick? Yes, I want Cheska. Whether in public office or in private capacity. Why? And me no can say minority a petition shraj. Asia petition criminal investigations department CID. Asia petition office of the special prosecutor Adentia Sami Jenfi akoche dollars into a minute. Such a useless mentality. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. But I'm not even surprised. And yet the same group in a demonstration said, Chief Justice, the president should rescind his decision. I believe Chief Justice will be untouchable. This were the same group of people. Demonstration for the same people. And I'll come there. And I'll come there. I'll come there. Hey, now be home. Then you get your way to control come hanum when in government in opposition still agenda. Political shenanigans. Yan can near Mamu, Yan Gungrofo anymore. Okay, my main thing among us say we a public officer and a public official. Your code of ethics, I agree. And code of ethics, be an Ibu Hokra and Troy. But I'm sure say public opulence. And I say, who show wealth do draw a one thing, a be and yet. In the first place, let's ask ourselves, said the word opulence, now such a thing, will be a dictionary. When you are showcasing wealth, $800, you call that wealth? Assuming without admitting possess a wealth, the newly established code of conduct of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, more established, he gives certain measures a be a correctional, a being to punitive measures as form of punishment. One way table and think as a John Dramani Mahama, Sami Jenfied, in this case, we have a minority. Actually, they call, say, you investigated Sami Jenfi. Look, almost where baby na kronfonso. One some as a set almost sleeps him. One some as a some sleeps him. A bit more on one, Ubekom Kurano. That's a baby. One cramp on Yamwa, Kutusan. That's a single. But they still have the temerity and impudence. Say, Omoko subject to Sami Jenfi to what? Sami Jenfi Bonia, Otu Darko make crucified first. Because I am a journalist of conviction and a journalist of principle. But Bonnie Bay Potin, I'm Sami Jenfi. And so, instead of attacking the matter, most of them were attacking personalities. It's afraid you're genius Sami Jenfi, Omokaswa and who, Anna, Omu attacking Sami Jenfi personality Nankasa. Fair enough. So be sorry. Now also on tears Sami Jenfi this kama agrada. No, I a grassroots person. All right, so guinness. Because agrada accompanied John Dramani Mahama in the last elections. Eti say grassroots ni because men tears here. Sir, yedi says kano emma agrada. The person is entitled to his or her view. But munkasemno, don't judge the personalities, judge the matter. Martin Luther King can say, I pray that someday my 4 little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but will be judged by the content of their character. Or say in Bible say, a day will come, his children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but will be judged by the content of their character. I'm also praying. Say and samba, you better change the content of the matter and not the personality involved. But in the case of Sami Jenfi way, I am telling especially the MPP, you can't score political points. You know why? Fix your own internal problems. Masa, then an animal MPP, yeah, one MPP no, and MPP attitude say we saw the kind of MPP our forefathers built. Not this useless MPP. Eti samuwa huodin bia muntina say na mun solve MPP problems and leave Sami Jenfi alone. Because he has done nothing to warrant the shenanigans I'm pushing on. Enfa. Meaning somebody pay popularity enfa. Enfa. I'm tired. Enfa. Aputo. Enfa. Forget it. Popularity enfa. Fuck my enfa. Missy enfa. Why do you do that? He send MPP. It's MV. MPP 4 mo be sorry atia mo mpanyimfo no mo ntia mpanyimfo no mo gu party no ah ene ma ehia no mo di akire ene ma ehia ano mo di akire just thank you to Kennedy Japan osimajimi ho fi thank you to no mo fa no trawa the same thank you to the national chairman of MPP in the person of Obren team osimajimi ho frim and you are quiet I am fair party ni guru mo ho mo betenase you must wear the cap of wisdom no matter to mo niam se na be ya yakopon be hunu mo bo no nsem hunu se ya na 2028 aso no masen awe nsem hunu se ya na 2032 aso no masen awe nsem hunu se ya na afi mo ya dane any of the other political parties. If I were you, I would sit down and strategize. NDC we lose in 2016 quickly and I'm forming a committee. The Kwesibotra committee, the Kwesibotra report came. Kwesibotra report the church and Yama and Namsua Emma NDC a co-position. They work towards what the report said. And now Minuka say NDC is not only in power, but they won with an overwhelming supporter. 50 said, yes, sir, Ghana. Huh? First general elections in 1951 basically will be anyone including Kwame Nkrumah when you have such highest vote. John Dramani Mahama, you think that NDC France is so many young women? Say, see, Gen Z's now, and they don't care. Look, so I know name don't vote against you. Yeah, I'm serious. So I know name don't do what? Don't vote against you. Ain't say only pa connect me put you fear together. Nene, me no ka say when your opportunity. Na oteswa esa won sua de mpanyefo se no di akire no osua no di kan nante but rather you are engaging your precious time on insemhunu. No, how is Sami Jemfi's case even corruption related? Sir, Sinajifo engaging on corruption saying sir wako we honorable Afenyo mark in sika na say Justin Kodia ne man school fees no kofa say sign say mami apia JC ko de koto duku ana Sami Jemfi kofa na say na big boxes say sign. But me I know sir more ye way because of the impact of gold board. Because look 50 January basic just April Sami through the instrumentality of Sami Jemfi in the team Ghana make it $2.7 billion and that account for a major reason here sitting no year against the dollar. So on person me way say the Sami Jemfi nim emenyam. Now I wrote all the success story of what the gold board is doing as far as city appreciation is concerned. But I hear who with that. In fact, oh yeah, for the first time you have obited Sami Jemfi. Otimika said all foreigners should leave that market. When the Nyaku could draw in the past how many years? Otimi foreigners and him say leave our gold market. Namu pe gold amamre. It took that young man. Look, you may not be a friend of Sami Jemfi. You may not even be a brother. You may even hate him. But take it or leave it. You cannot take away the substance of Sami Jemfi. Yeti, I pay you my calculating who say, Kwame, son, no, you. I'm sure that calculating who say, send your Sami Jemfi, man. So man, stop it, Sami Jemfi or Kwemwa. Why here? 2096 number pa. Yeah, I am a journalist. Once upon a time, near John Dramani Mahama Bayer in John Dramani Mahama 1, I'm a woman, Uncle Yeno. Me sorry, I come out against John Dramani Mahama. Nanado Dan Kwakufa do buy, and no more, yeah, Uncle Ye. Me sorry, I come out against Nanado Dan Kwakufa, and I'm not afraid, ladies and gentlemen. Send your man Koye, ewa pay we moi. Me sorry, I cannot crack that pino because it's Ghana first. But I dear mean Trasimo Binye. Nisan Crofobin Kwasha Kokwom and Woodriani from Messiano. When Encrofonia she Name they are trying their best in a Juma Diamond. Necrofa Shada Kwasha baby. Na Omaku crew and throw at the Baba Tunkrofos. Honorable Afenyo Markin say, one chair Sikada Omudia will be watching. Omu actual petition. Some of the commercial Office of the Special Prosecutor, CID, Ghana Police Service, me some cheskada, Omudia, Ombe watching because they are all corporates. Politician bang, eti ye be try esebi atu hɔ nomu a enkamia kɔ say one hwe ababua politician but two ababua ne yamwa because politician be say that excuse say enkamema uskaba me kɔ ye be try me camera no ma from where because me nya sure say Sami Jamfi as a person ube bi say ni scar one hwe obe yi ama wo eti say ene okoyi woni pm ananasa so ba say Sami Jamfi be kɔ funeral mo anso na mo be ka say mo sra Sami Jamfi ska wa ma mo Mwana mbeka wo se mo sre Sami Jamfi ska wa mamo wo dey let's assume without admitting say maami agrada esre Sami Jamfi ska no twifa ne so a enye kana fo kro ya enye honorable Afenyo Markin we ya na beka Sami Jamfi is arrogant na ene de osofo maami oba e friend kura Sami Jamfi former nti oba ye ni gold boss CEO wenye sikenti wo mu ade wo twafa Ghana fo ya na beka what comments cancer no a problem. Now we are not. Mo, yanya mudan. You don't do that. You don't do that. And I'm happy, sir. At this point in our political history, I'm sorry, but your man penny on answer. So I'm penny be away Jimmy, sabi. But what sabi? Me so man panyi bi ogimia na kan ya ube hu anu so dia kira na wakwa ne anya look me say go kwakan code of conduct no maye no as part of the sanction enye ni nyina na dismissal e be a suspension e be one for feature of salary eti me can say on is it a crime from an class FM me can say you be Sami Jamfi didie out of the blues like for want of better words is to the extreme. Name say president can say bia. Well, pardon and answer or 10 salary 2 months. I understandable. That was my position. Eti omu na presi be Sami Jamfi no. Na me dwene ho ana me ntiase. And we called no so reprimand is part of it. Sir, ubetima e bibi na presidents now reprimanded. And that is exactly what the chief of staff did. Sami Jamfi was reprimanded. Hey, check and see what Afenyo could say krata say you investigate why. So wako we are honorable Afenyo Markin Yirisika and assessing. Cecilia da Parkrompa, you $46 million. You see, one fan koya you must want to get them and not the Akarquasa bola or no problem canasm. At a point, I must say Ghana Sika Echo from 84 Minister of Finance then or Ken Uforiata. As a share, you might two Ghana for so 2 needing haircuts under the domestic debt exchange program. In the first time in the history of this country, will be upgrading the Sikakoto Bank, higher bonds, and in the account. Yes, who be you well Sikano? I just say a buy no chra 15 years time, and you bet you a Sikama. It's my papa now with 80 years now. What pay Sikakoto Bruno? 15 years I know how many years. Now at the end of the crash, the person will live up to 15 years time. In that state of shortage of dollar, you hear dollar here, Jumano. Necessarily that pa $100 eguni them. And then a sad time, no, over Afenyo Markin, one year demonstration. And then a sad time, no, Justin Kodia and a B, any NPP for annual press conference. And then a sad time, no, Krataya Oma Trose, Sami Jamfi just $800. It's ye investigating no. Sicily da pass over $1 million no. One truck rata say CID any OSP investigating. You see your hypocrisy. Who Facebook and watch Shamai? Benjamin na join in. Take a Suleiman Amachi. Or say watching you live from Savannah region Dabuya. Makrigo constituency. My greetings to my honorable lawyer Shaibu. MP fire them all. Okay. Umaru Mohammed Mashaud. And also the Nidiaba. Buzer Kwesi. Or say MPP. Yakonon Gokaya. Usman Hubi was a good one. Okay. Dela Hammond was a 42 years in opposition. They are digging their own graves, MPP. Yes, you see, me MPP Penia. And Kassia and a man say. And your man quit your party. You think about Tennessee. Me against you say, well, quite bang you bet me a fuss. I'm a partner. If I was an MPP, that would have been senior my fuss. No matter partner. And Yamu Ferry and Yamu Wanga say in the last elections, Munya 38%. What the info what they say is gazetted, even if you had 41%. Look, that is the least in your own history, your political history. And then Namso, Emma Mufili, Marginal. And Crawford and Mamufili, Marginal. Mentime wants to be a story of party no more. Ghana fought to about do what Yamusa, Marginal. Mona mo say mo ye free searches na heka e ba ne say na Ghana for anhwe sign de kodi am ka se mo ye so no mo to abati am wo ye am sa mo ke ne ho. You should sit around the table of brotherhood. Na mo nyine how you can make MPP attractive again instead of doing that money chance so be at $800. Dabio na sika mo de chamo mprenom and since am je fie $800. Me say, come with the chamon penalum, and so since Sammy, Jeffy $800. It was a kind gesture. Say, see, I'm a back a crime, PBN will be some culture and school fees. PBN one more back saying, make a scholarship cry, me betray Scabiama scholarship. My real cry, MP, quite a year almost a because I see, I'm coming up, I said, what say Sammy Jeffy $800 no ye, oh, Nipamno, and yes, oh, ye. Was it a tia, a memo fafe? It is a year be also to me more than that. And are you saying, said that young guy 50 times a year, Juma came me through Bayer Juma Estin Quibi, Sammy Jeffy Juma Bayer, communications officer. Look, also Sammy Jeffy $800. Kwame Kwachi can give me $800 right now. I said, we need $800. Pate will give you $800 right now. Right now, right? Me say, Kwame, where? Oche Kwame Kwachi. He right now, right? Kwame Kwachi and co firma. Or back can go same to see. On where producer. Nobody shows no man, maybe on what she said you might want officer. Oh, come kwache, na juma no. Wo ba ni show so. Na wa ma kwa me kwache he, ono ba hye juma be chia. Kakra no obenya no. He will even be able to get $800. Eti ediena papa ya ebi mada. Mesra mo, mamu ya nyesa. Now let me move away from here. Na me pesi me twa mo bad ma me ka bibi kakra fa chief justice issue no. But answer no my more you got to force your kwame. Of course, my boss Sammy Jemfi Abaso because the gold board institution, you know, Abua Sid in the papa. And you cannot take away from that guy. And I've told you, 50 April, basic, I beg your pardon, 50 January, basic April. Sika, I'm making in just 4 months about $2.7 billion, if not more. And it is under the instrumentality of Sammy Jemfi. But over to forcing is doing well. I pray, sir, a brother because what domino. That is the kind of leadership I Ghana for here. Leadership I dream your mind for. Ato forcing, time I walk opposition. Maybe mu say ebia. Onunu nanu. Anaso onunu ho no sere. Anaso what na no na edo nwere say bi ngon. But at least he has proven. And I pray say ebi no ache. Na ya more Bank of Ghana governor no so abasokwam. These are guys who are doing your man's job. Kudos to them. Of course, one time moment you know about John Dramani Muhammad. Now say you doom light, so about John Dramani Muhammad. It is our bois, ama sidino, yeah, a tracer no so abasubody. So, Your Excellency John Dramani Muhammad, a track could say anyway. Kudos. Oh, Teresa, you are indeed on your reset agenda. You empire bonus sekoswa, ye gatekeepers of the nation. me mom pay man feel it that because konfu boni obeshe nkwam se kromo no krono bot mu bi say under John Dramani Mahama Ghana failure enye this na failing e Ghana na failing na nado dan kwaku for the better so sabi se wantima anye ade ba ko na mienu a enye NPP for no anya mo e Ghana for no anya mo otimi ye bibi so a e Ghana for ne benya so mfa so eti e adwembone sa wote o man mu a obebom paye se o man no akanie no menkoyi what you can do ni say sabi no kura kanso so oni pa kono ye ade na ni o man bi emra ana wo man mra bobra you rise and speak against it odi ebisa enkrofo na kasa me jamfia sem wa mo nkyere emra same jamfia fom o mo nya bi da from the constitution through to laws of subsidiary to other branches of law even the common sense laws ko mo nya bi. The only thing I can say, the likes of Sami Jemfi and other government appointees, be careful. Be careful. Because Niatu Sami Jemfi, any Babontin, sending Crawford Kasa, even from his own party, Mami who said, be careful. Be careful. Because I know Tamfu Nebekun a Yodofo. Never say. Because Otamfu Man was one. But o dofuma unso abenom it is obi proku a on fen fa otamfo so o be fa odofo so sam culture say it politicians ayama mu position mesramo munye careful yenti min ka e mama bosso sa munya hwe na yan advice we have to advise you munye very careful now fe mu a grassroots for no some frame a mumfa no mumfa branch executives bebree branch members bebree omna ye adwuma den ansa na party ne ba power they are the core team of why NDC is in power. Take care of those people. I know muntimi mo nyina adwuma overnight eyen kakra obi de beba nopa obi de beba wia obi de beba nwumre esa grassroots for no so beti ase but take care of them enu ntina mo PAs obi fraw one fa no ma PA na return it. But men yes as a time who opposition there when the grassroots for the nam yeah you see you pa as a way you passing will be a massa it's just a privilege. Now can't say so you have to respect the grassroots. There are a lot of grassroots guys like a yoma kono keke say oh my friend we and on fire and cry okay. And I say, grassroots, you know, hey, what do you say, my friend, my pay, me one man, papa, no return me, call, no crap, we okay, oh man, you, boy, okay. Yeah, grassroots, you know, as I was city. Time will be in your position, say, course a banner so 10 a day, or be your position, course a banner so, about 200 a day. It's not practically possible, say, be a juma, call you bet me a fat. Yes, ukra ultimate fa course dinina. Prophet Muhammad ultimate fa course dinina. Kwame Nkrumah so do Ghana kura ultimate fa course dinina. Asama make out say, eti ese musumu ti ase say, there are times ofro obi na open you not get the person. But a one more you return. Mami you so Chief Julius Debra as an example for you politicians, especially NDC for many positions. Even now kura Julius Dabra chief of staff still sabi said 3 days 85 days said then Julius Dabra also return a message. Come on your chief of staff. He's bigger than a minister of state. He's bigger than a chief executive officer. Julius Dabra is bigger than you can't say an MC or DC. Julius Dabra is bigger than a mayor or a regional minister, and yet said said then Julius Dabra will still return your message. Please, I said you have to reason with the grassroots because grassroots for us to complain and they deserve to complain because Moka from someone in Amunya Juma. Eba, Obiabe okay, and 20 min okay in Jano. Yeah, it's a young prey, Mamu Sadinisi. Penny for say, near what tree a man of feno and Triso de boom. When a grassroots for one tree, Munyam be boom. Obi Cradier, Onya see you are not changing the number. Are you serious? Because Obi Befra, that be Nanyo been a 2 Abama Unyas position. Your man minister we're changing the number. Are you okay? Because grassroots need to be friend. Hey, no man could drive your man to a bank. How you minister? And no man could drive your man to a bank. How you see you? Master, mobile steady will come how. As long as some of us are around, we will always rise to the defense of the grassroots. Because without the grassroots, there is no political party, whether in NDC or in NPP. Sign NPP for me. When we are grassroots for me, as a Cobain, your madam for as a Cobain, one of them for 8 solid years. No, you guys will take off your grassroots because almost will be some help. It is CEOs, ministers, I can't command you around, but I am only suggesting. Say, minimum 70 min for course nina. Minimum 70 min returning messages nina. Minimum say what's happening about in thousands. It's a tot down for phones no PAs. Now, would at least more returning small. Let the people also feel belong. No more who say, Munina mo part in our power. Now, some one guys will come out there. Almost much them so me a robot. Mobeka say, make a investigations be. Ama ebetu just say ECG, wamu cables, wamu copper wires, wamu electric poles, any other electricity related material. So you see ayirano. Miko hu puduo, yaka bibi ye pudua. Ete se wakonye skanwe kuwe hu.
Yeah.
Mira. Na nukura bra me bre hu ansana. Me menchia General Mishu. Our offspring Charlie, which Iraq before that. Bra me pray and Sunday national security for. First national security for buyer, besides no crime national security for me. And I think being a proper national security for thanks to Corporal Hakim, honestly say Olivia, or more chin your man. Young choir crass, I may have my name can. You're close to 40 articulators.
Wow.
Trailers. Yes, I'm telling. I have and my chair a year NDC in Sawam Adwajiri constituency executives. Max of the group. I'm gonna go home by mommy. And every day you between me and say me what no mama me you know. And I'm 30 cameras in terms of encrofer horse and will be here. Become trusted system. No. When you say a best in there. Post just go adia musi adia. I don't get you. Musi adia. I'm here. Journalists now risking who adia. I didn't go to war. Adia cars no cars never found. Woman triaka. What kind of life is that?
This is a question. And your man ko hu ye no. Aye. Na ya ho adia. And then go hu answer.
O rabi dia, o rabi. Papa no 2 pia fa jan. Ya hwe no. Ya hwe no ba sa papa no fa no homa because me mate say microphone fa chira ko hu no akwajiska. Hey papa, me na me investigations so forget about it. The issue can die with them. But I still, hold. Yeah. Na me ni national security ni penny be me person me bo ni din. Say kronunti no mo person mo share that asesama obi e be sesa ne ma no. And me catch the guy no say he should put me on the phone. If national security penny na me investigative way my adwuma wi so it ends. So I should go, I should allow national security to take over. I'm saying never. My job does not end. Enkusi say my who say and yema na who akogu ba bi egu. Government has taken custody. Or see me commanding national security. I'm saying me tua mo can command you. Oh phone so. Asa yenya kwala okrom ha. Obi antimi popo na ntro obi okrom ha.
Eh ya sem do true.
Kwajo anyema ne gusugo. Anyema ne eti sie ko wi a. Mo ba be bisa me na hwan. Ama yesa make sure say other place papa no SND because here masai discover me yasa ko hu niam ni bi and sa bando no ba ko
quest no enya de ketua enya de ketua
ne bo yen fa coils enko kra no ye dey about close to 500
quest ne ko
yen wie ye
aluminium type on ana copper
me de me name
high tension one white one.
And no be a black one so
black ones
underground cable no
there be black ones and no idea connections.
I'll misinform people because me name but the minimum say akese
okay
but yes first no ba ku bi me yes first na omoton say 100,000 ba ku pe
one
and I say there is a form because price na bebre ku ho saare
me enkofa ne famra so say ye enkofa
me am tibi ko gina ho me ye park ne ma gu trailer ama bebre na obianso nyana adwen say obi be fa because me ni ba bi gu ana me ma take custody of ne ma ni nyina me catch them national security
Ghana asemu
because kwajo ye ma John Muhammad fail you
da bi
obi bia wa na adwen say o me ma John Muhammad we will stand
na wonim say we want to be frame the same thing like the wokan because so say was so gone obi panimu bi a also your political figures be former party NPP ni we wo wato tentente eti abrante bi anu no ka chem say before the transformers be brain cables so be go before ni nyina go na wo no gina bonte a wo hu ma force akwani mu a ma ya we say mumie enko na chese mumie enko I hono mo yese niam ni gu hono you are brand no ye security hono mapam no obia dream for niam ni go up to now obia
are we serious I don't know about Shabani
e wo me konso aye was me be actual place
oh yeah right
me be actual place ni nipa no agina ba
minya intel bi won honorable minya intel bi na this intel who say time no mkofa who say it say about 14 containers bi yirai ama yehu 12 eka 2 ana minya intel bi say sada na yirai ye the 2 containers bi akogu enwuna bi baby onim say me kasa yes say last week or two na guy in the frame so my best sako omo e ho nyina mo bi 100 cities yes Lebanese for be Indians for be ne for the befa and in the dead of the night
wow
na bi ni information na you know act on it
I didn't even know
we use to say okay my any commercial sin free honorable ash three issues and yes of course some fee has been pardoned me of course and one na mention because me hu nya why and number 2 and then a siege in Semino ye be any I mentioned one other issue I think that it has eluded me but you quit anymore you be kind honorable garnet you
yo mechia monina opinion
kojo yeboa yes honorable
okay the other issue ni dollar appreciation in it dollar depreciation appreciation yeah
I'm saying then when I share face to face
yes
and many idea I check a crab by it
when they honorable
Ghana for me
my tea more than 1,000
times
but when you elections no I honorable Shama Yajuma
Ejuma no de ya yebi nti me da mo asese
honorable say onim I guess we na koto say UK na US baby that's after the so near say akogye
but anya bad
oh that be Canada UK
ana make say anya bad
yeah I'm fan ko for we nobody ni kra
no but anya bad it's a good idea
yeah I'm fan ko brochi
I see me I had the entire me say honorable sorry
no problem
people like this and Horace Ankra and like you see say kwadwo yeboa anya position ya kwadwo yeboa ntimi ntra no mo nka say me friend answer
that be
who born dog me walking straight to kwadwo yeboa office so me manya position kwa me kwache and say obe friend me kwa me kwache is coming straight enti no say appointment bi woni ye na yam party folks are e ye drink say party chain ye be ho e to go not woni mo bia o enti branch executives no we say na brand no mo bre meanwhile no etwaso mo so ye enya adwuma me no kase me I'm not saying say chinchina ko Eeii NPP fufure but you see obi ye na dwen say obeto atia wo and obi ye na dwen say obeto ama wo tio me onu say obeto atia no to tia wo say na ban ba power ko ye adwuma enti ade na wo ba power na wo de egugu ho mo nya adwuma no mo de se adwuma
thank you
it doesn't make sense to me
yeah
man cha grassroots for nyina ye be
oh ye cha mo nyina na mo kan sempa fa me ho susu me da mo ase sa na obi su be ka ene yesu be ka sempa afa mo we want to build the nation Ghana na say ye build it and I ask for God's guidance and my appointees ni nyina sami jemfidia e bai a test case first of all ye dan nyame asese asem no e betwem kra no ese se obia dan ne husu as appointees mun da husu pa e na mo hwe yankase ma mo ma nipa wonnim no ska o ɛna sikakyɛ no soso deɛ sami menjai kɔsoa na kyɛ sɛ o kya kodro hia ne bi a ɔno ne mpa bɔkra bɛyɛ dro abrabom
sami enche we yas bi enche
David na kukom inside room dark room office
ni we dem kra ko nya kakra
onya sese
o enipa nyu
Messi
mami musa question
yes
obia na be hu sami jamfi won office wo sami jamfi be kwa ye obuna of Kenya ase
yes
me mo example odru kro ni so a enkofo no munim sami jamfi a ye hwe na na ani age no sami hu omo a obia kakra won fama no constitution ni se bibia wo
owo bidie
Kenya ase ni ntimi ma ayi ha road board what you ma
enyo mo aso na criticize no
Messi se obi pa dia wow men kofa sika o yere di be market enchiche
Matias honorable Rose yes obi a wutie pa eye anya so tu one of the women organizers echi adote say so no my MC
oh yeah
enti Rose oni mpamfo eni akosua chia mu nyina
yeah chia mu nyina men kofa o yere market man de enkochiche no de menye na wa nkoda so MC afa na akoda first one beba nti eya hosusu siesie hoto ho ba ne ka no nyankopɔ de no de chefa sese na ye bompai pa na ye mpai bo abamu se his excellency empamu and now suspend you na chief of staff so ya bompai sa ye mpai bo abam nti se de ye ne NPP for na be face ye na be face one mo chiro letter say ye empamu we are going to face them but ye mami agrada almost a prophetess one ye mami agrada who we need because guasi because if you are a leader of a church and usresika nipa no kan sika no ma osofo pa o watwe sika aka no efre nipa no nsem watwe sika no enti mu amukọ na asọre no ka mi nkwan de munja asọre no kọ muntumi mfa ne so nkọ nyankopọ nkyɛn because adwea wɔ ne tirim wɔ hɔ ne sɛ mu kakra wɔ botom kra no obɛgye oji susu pen otumi ka kyerɛ mu sɛ fa 20 cedis ba na mi bɔ mpa egu so ama na adane 40 wa jisika no adi mu akopie wɔ court hifa na na asɔre wɔ oni bebia na asɔre wɔ de na nipa da su kɔ sa asɔre it is so surprising yes it is so surprising ɛno nti na mu sɛ nipa hu ye hu papa sɛ obɛsa akɔ asɔre a mami we be gina we nim say okobɔ mpa ama ye manu sika no watwe ne aka but then it is a good news as we heard yesterday say ya tunufu amana amama jani it could happen to anybody all the appointees and that is what we are praying say it shouldn't happen again because abanya was his excellency's government second coming or the positions be Brahma youth. Some have life experience, some are now starting to have that life experience. And nothing I ever mama say, be very, very, very careful. And now call baby suswa, ube mo bisika, bombodi na pe NDC for more area ho. NDC for branch chairman, branch chairman ho, and now constituency chairman ho. Okay, mude munche, me hu chairman manabe hu, even though chama se dunke tebeka se sikanya kanipasa no o start edit ana obasaka just a parties kate nkunta wo unimo you can't account for it but let us be fair to each other and work hard for the development of this nation. What I wish and they say all of you the appointees should be successful. And na ye aye we kire susu ye de nya mai susu no ye be kasa e di aboamo because in 2028 what we are sending for election is not Baumia's videos, it's not Napo's videos.
That's right.
We want to send governors, good governors. That should be our chip for getting votes. Say Ghana ni bia juma oye no ne juma tompon ono ankasa feel say me wagana kra eye chense mekwa abrochire. That is what we are looking for, and that is paramount. Ghana ni awutie me, if you are very, very critical of our brothers and sisters, most of them who have traveled abroad,
say abrochire nye de most of them ombeye adwuma saa unya wuba o ware wo ho mu ye adwuma akoda no kra obeji salary ni nyina into at the end of the day na esese o ye ni say ubeye shipping kakra, and that is what the trend that is happening. But ufye Ghana obi bombodi ebo brawo Ghana pa nyankupa bua no a ubeba na nipa no kra no osi abrosa no yese. So I think it is time for us to create congenial environment for everybody. Much as Rebecca say, say NPP ni ewe jumemu a nienja mmeka say yempam no ni say he doesn't share the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I don't hate him, but say one yinu and free Your Excellency, we vision no embem because omuno musi omu ye property owning democracy. By here then we are liberal, we are helping everybody. So you see that the visions are not the same. So you have to sack them.
Social democrat.
Social democrat. Me see, you have to sack them. One no more honey na and then me who baby omudi openyi bidi picture their base or da su ye juma oman penyi mumpa mo munyina. We don't hate them because ye pese aban papa abano ondimbwa Ghana ni bia say at the end of the day no se wu tontosa unya hu faso se wu twi car ana tro driver unya hu faso se wu ton petrol unya hu faso se wu bie banga unya hu faso, so that the banks could be able to work. Yenu yemba mbesizi amount for license. We should bring down opinion within mami boarding Otu Darko. You see adiba kwa eku Ghana ni say Keno Foreta be Minister for Finance no. Now first and son na we be bank no. 100 million Ghana cedis. Ni wa parliament NPP for winning 169 by 109 wa parliament no. And no ma increasing from 100 million to 400 million Ghana cedis. And that is what has caused so many banks to be closed. Niemesre parliament as you open on the 27th of this month ni say that mra ya to honu yen sam bonu ngukrana say uwo 50 million kro betumi abie bank. That one too is job na abie bank because maka opinion to Darko maka ka Ghana farmers manyasem say in the year 2015 mini Kenoforiata 2015 one eta kunya enye mahama mini Kenoforiata ba meeting bi e wo cantonment ha in the VIP room ye din kombo ani ne yere ni o catch me as at that time say banks doors wo Ghana
Sana Kenoforiata catch you.
Yes, myself me din the Daniel Kwisa Shama. Yes. So says Kenoforiata ba be close banga but say agenda no na wo hoda
that's a bank's doors whether na when good they
go no agasa ni there. So that amount to qualify to open bank should be moved back to 100 million.
Okay.
And I want to massive your licenses no. Yen because that is the only way we can create jobs.
No, but John I promise say
even though a former to me those are the first actions I mean person will say one more license I season open ya agungu say do sir. And in bank heritage bank on the car Kenoforiata trimodini na nado how much is the license no be seen there ni profiter
because of what some court.
Yes.
What be that?
What is that? So that is what I would like this new appointees and we the supporters and supporter ban say let us create congenial environment for all businesses. NPP for no, let us give them good governance. Na omu fili wo ma jumem. Yes, let us give them good governance. Na omu say adi omu ayeye no anoma Ghana for no. Enye it is so wicked. People lost money. People lost their lives. Do you see? People lost businesses. Why should it be so? So we need to work on that. And so the appointees, Muye Juma, the ministers, the agri, the education, the roads, the neophyte galanseno, ama kofibwa, omunyina trade, and everybody is working. We are going to support you. But Sami Demfidie, Nemekani say, Onko Swano Cheskan, Sebi Ohwa,
or Sekano or Cheddar. I'm a member of national communication team. During campaign, say share. Yes. Or share sema kakra kransan and their bedroom. In terms of non-chess cano, MPP phone to me yeshi. Those who went and send the case to court and added their petition what's right. So Marco yi papers na bro.
Jessica, MPP for chair in their last internal elections. Openly. I saw the Democrat Papa Bako a second chance. Papa boot. Yeah. Sister Sika koche so for I saw them say ye kita no say chama won't ba omian mo gina ho. But nobody talks about that. I just don't want MPP to lead us in our governance. Yen kasankasa no yen call it a shot. They cannot do that. They should not do that. And nobody should be afraid of the MPP for omun to me nye. Let us govern this country for them to feel. They themselves have started feeling. On say obi to me say o se na mahama bebu manu there or sama NDC be say 15 years. That is what is happening. And now man penny na be the chre the speaker o mo afri krom ha kra obi ahu e chre say bibia that day. And that is what we want, and that is what we continue to pray for. I'll pause here so that my brother too will have a bite. Exactly. So of course, o peke sameje mfede. Menim se hona o pese ye wie ne preko.
Me wie hona.
Ati ye sameje na yemra. Hassan Ben.
Chief Justice say no dey obeko.
Ye no ne okoda.
Say no mo appeal the case ni af.
Formality.
And the molest bright meridot tibu enochro. O me na me ba twa utie live on a Crown Rep on Father FM Citizen Show. Me din na no to da go for message bra. Facebook na yankin kan ma honorable Ashama former MP ma buem ono atene kwa no menua Kwadwo Yeboa so Kwadwo
na Otu Darko me das in fact konye so msa ncha me big brother
yes incoming
more maybe adme ko to them holidays
because Ashama wanya poster grassroots ne be
oh yes
eti post ne dey
that's
what I'm saying.
Thank you
omo friends
that's what I'm saying
you be ma obi am the 57% no omo didi wie na 38 for ni wumpo a normal majority of Ghana for the day 57 for the 38 for you are normal. Yes. When the member kwenye so ansa na ba exam ho no me de na me crusade bi ameye same unse se Zoom Lion issue unse se amna koda na me busa se Zoom Lion unse o se wo nipa dodo bi o mo prepra enkran kro same de to me ho so because unse ya waso so gon first if you mampani ko for time mo ba be si o mampani awotesui any prof time no utwe mo be the blue for no so mo gu mo pra ball as no area nyina and they say ubetimi tumi sorry be 4:30 constituency no be hu be nipa be 2-3 no mo na mo aye waso obi ani ho ma fa Medina de my Dante constituency Greater Accra my check majority of the constituency wo hwe number na mo say eden wo mo ye de ama na ye tua ho kana ye de ne kana na Otu Darko me pese Zoom Lion omra no ma kire say workers no mo he
Zoom Lion ka say SM share
say him fa no mo because you can't say ayi minia
the story
ayi minia Malik say anyway no on renew no eno pe na ka ho and I buy the mechanic ya ba mi adwuma me se mentima ka say for some times do Zoom Lion ne workers ne wo he sabana ma workers nipa dodo a fa omo ne tuo mo ka what ma say say nipa ne wo he na Otu Darko to fa bi to ho so na fa wo so e bo 435 fa wo area wo mu hu Zoom Lion ni ba ko kra but Zoom Lion se de ne ka Ghana fo ne bi hye na chi me pese on kire ye ba bi kra de ne ka no it is say media no adwuma me fa consultancy ba consultancy ba 3 o'clock ma sorry me call rounds a check say me hu ma na no mo pra kwa na Otu Darko bi bia say ni wo Zoom Lion ba bi obi a me chia no ni project ni fa ye nya ne mu o mema onyan prasa niema kokoda we media no eso oni mu nyina kasa mo atem din da majority issue na maker but majority but the make catch Zoom Lion say ye de ye no bi no de nya no because and we no tim say number ne de omo age sika ni nyina akọ ba nipa ni hon a ghost name
okay
and what the adwuma me person onya words a enchechre mu beba me da say me komanim
research we wura ho
woni misame mi ame nua kuma same jamfi ni issue bae no mi tiempa na mesre na oni mba bia me bu fu kakra
na Ghana fo
mi ame nua ndisi fo no nya twumfo wom
ene me twabo mo so
ndisi fo ebinim nya correct
me twabo bi mo so
asem aba
omo na yi omo
asem ba fia
afia
asem nya to ani NPP for ni be defender bi no so amu e no mo lead on akwa na officer band dey
why no
nya yi NPP national organizer
okay
what am I say e free any shape what am I say no can this for ni di na chi Sami Jamfia brantie emra wo babedru greater Accra no start NDC adwuma no han because no okuma se ade no na ho de ni nura satam KMB e ho no na adwuma ni ade emra wo dru kro yi mu abrantie ya bo adwuma chese ano odin what am I say na de o man ye den say Sami NDC onabo na tie NDC communication team no yes Sami Jamfia na first person no na communicators for me panifobia no more platforms so me say NDC for me nya atwo papa mo NDC platform bebre so communication team no one of committee, no, I to Obama no committee. On committee, a breakra, one more paid you da. Every day, behind your crown, you will be 500 cities. And Crawford the cabinet position when one a chamua or one tones you put on some da. A branch yet to do opposition, a general position, and he na collect what Mr. said, sir, the Sika crown honum, son, or the Ashamuan, Yaba power. Yaba power on you pay, one year she, not branch in your case. Na panimfo panimu timi frame phone so kwadwo abrante do obegi party na boso ntimu call radio no munya de mummo na chi na pa o man panin yin sam telling you
me kra menya course bebre
en panimfo ni bi na me sam panimfo bebre ya da ni nyansa sa
menya course bebre
abrante adwuma obaye abrante hihya wo hihye ba bi abrante yi koi na me se NPP4 wo Sami Oku utie me NPP4 wo Sami Oku be 10 en kan dis ntimi ntu omo wo hwe dis NPP4 ni youth ni omo nyina ni panimfo no e ma NDC4 ni bi wo hwe bi NDC4 Sami Oku ni office na wa belenkwe ho no e bonyumre be 11 ho kwa na kwa be ka ho hospital
Sami Oku
ni fie ni ade ho ne fully e ho no bia agi ni we wo hwe party for ni ene nyankopon da room na NDC4 so nya Sami Jamfi Sami I'm telling you abrante we ababe kura NDC mu ama NDC chese obia hoto no sabrante we ko program sasempa no ko yo se hin no ko yo before be pon no na the party for no bebre gina form o twe no and watch chene kakra wanya kra nya 1000 2000
Onya 500 cross
of abrante we chene hu niam nyina no wako
anya no we adwuma gu ni boto
abrante ayire no wa ye adwuma we sa na nim de ya man krofo bebre position o position dem on ye dem on na yire or reset Ghana ni wo ye adwuma on ho but apart from the yire en na busua no on ma obia 1 CD
odo ye
wotima wo ko no office o hwe wonim to wonim so won ba be ha no nipa be 2 3 4 5 bi en NDC ba ye ntia obia aka de ba wo mo agira mo na so uduru ni officer enya kra me se gold board wa Sami Jamfi wo yi wo ko abo se nipa ho be bre obi ahwehwe Sami o mo hwe no ayeden Sami ehyenanim no yama nkofo adi abrante ya yire ne ho aboa mo party fo nyina mo nipa nie na de mo ye na mo nua we anya asem sa asem we yasem wano ani sika woni botom obi azika nyina ye ne kakra wo na de empo ye se ni fi mpo no enya $800,000 ye nyina obi awo bi wotuma se ena nya de awo obi so ntimi nyi bi nche wotuma se emra bia so ni wo kire ne se we na mo ni abre na mo di abrante mo ye se de mo ye NDC ankasa no 99.9% are stingy woko headquarters no ankoto Sami Jamfi before election ni ade forget it no petrol wo headquarters make be wo ya esmekan pepepe from A to Z
to say
o sa na make no majority wo the
majority me pe no
majority thank you mun samu ti se nkuta gene din munyi we bia just Sami sa the opposition abedu power am ya bande na se ne sasemo banko no na mo be ta na kina mo ya mo kotoku sa abobe na makogina ba bi ene mu twa branti na sa na wi ase tena
na sa so disua nyansa
do disua no disua nyansa no na kombede me nkrofo yi because e kombede o mo NDC for mu ye pepe dada wutimi ni NDC for I remember those days before me call opposition ye call rounds the whole Ghana ye no mo the radio ye call round ye do eastern region edra nyumra yakotena ba bi ministers wo CEOs wo mu yakotena ya wie campaign ye dampa ne dozo obi tonsu ana ansampa mu anu bi pa ne ya
ato ne obetwa
chese obi ato di te se e ho cemetery sometimes no your power wo emu ne to aba de lose na timi ne makati timi na ka na sampa ni fo we de ho abebon mu yi e pepe no mu ya na ase de ye na ye ni hwe no ye ne organize ne yema na obi adibi obi anom bi na nne mo asa akohye mu kina si encha niam a but say nipa wu the make catch me nua Sami say o tie sa niam we o mo appointee so mo ka o tie sa niam we dia majority be wu bebre and the position na ye cheche no say checha even 20 million a position kra bebre nya bi
nti wo na kakra na be nya no
kwadwo ye bo ade na wo be nya no onobu ashama de na be nya no
no de koya
ekofa semo be onobu tu ni ka se sie yi a e bi be pompo nipa wa bonte wo mo twa no onobu tu ni ka na odu ba bi a opake ya na nipa ba ne nchai enso yin kakra de ma obi a me se 100 200 ade ma obi no me se ko me kura ase bro have Kenya ase your village one bojampa e hono that area no wo ma obi 200 Ghana cedi this will ba market on Sunday no wetima sesa 200 and to the man achese waku no what ma say to obi pesa de no eto na abo nam na so timi chiche no a wo dia wunya aye no no o ni obi a na betima ba gold board ni obi a na betima ba MP ni obi a na betima cop boss so at the end of the day no ti anya ni asi o yesi emran say na tiedi samia ko chebi ntobi an chebi dia nipa bewu ti mi semi nua ndisi fo no ne ya omu assemble fi omu nyanto bo ase no omu nyanto bo abranta nya boni bia won koso na de oye no won koso anu onye omie ni nsem ema party fo no ho ntom bi o party na otu da ko 20 years plus o we ye bonus ye wi ad obedi ade no odi ade a ne onu ko 8 years another person will come 8 years so the ko come na 20 after the never collection the way any nya selection ye be keke
but ko sometimes so in as much as your dosame your do omo aka ne ade no aya empanyifo no bi so hwe baby omo chom sika no as in not the venue but the recipient of the money.
Thank you.
What did they say Agrada? Look at the war Agrada waged against NDC, you know, in the position. So, Sabi, with all due respect, if there's some $800, see the memo will be a should it be Agrada? No. I know the grassroots for being so agile, I think.
Meda was say, I for example, we sa your friends was Sophie, Osubempa.
Yes.
A dear one come for President Mahama. Wo yeni ho adwuma nkasa adwuma boni nyina oyefa ne ho ba metwa ka chabe collection on timi nkasa NDC fo amfa kire ya mane nsu ana ya mane nsa wotima se agrada ade ye kokodi ni ho me ba kokom me ba agrada ade anya kokom no ke agrada ade ko ye metwa ka chabe if there's a election tomorrow nesa agrada na sorry mane nyina wo nyina ba fie ya yi za na mo nyina akotwa ba fie enti party fo ni nyanto bo ase kakra Samia baby, zipo this kind of man, no shall we ya. What do I say? And to the mother, and no munya home to was but to a cocoa chamber. Now will be, would do baby be say what dear. Sometimes I know a ding. Who shany pan was say what dear. Better or Yashi, me man baby, and Yashi no ya den dia man. Would you only say yeah, and call ya papa, and I call for dear. Minister Sammy the bear this year, dear. But I'm saying, I don't think there's a man on Chabio on check. And Crawford that should die on check. I see you are, and Clearman for ye. One Chan Yaman Pepe Mobi and Yamiko was it. Sammy Yanya been few. Whomever Jimmy dear. What am I say? Juma Yaboing in a communicator, saying Jumano, and when you're baby on John. Yes, I'm a nip. And say, Baku for your escape from Yade. What am I say? Baako fo nya kromu nya de etino we kan si ofo bebre ho ba bi fo ho de che same ho enso so no omu se no mu kramu omu kwa omu no mabusu afo ngwan party ni esa wonim and this co-opposition or co-opposition 2-3 weeks na communicators and so bom timi to bi abra from wo and this mu pa and this communicators see akwales na omu no yeah omu ho mo borrow
yes kakranto
credit omu tima ya appointment who you sure say ye baba ma kwabra VB ana yehuza ye baba ma appointment yehuza di obetuma ya ne say sami jamfi be hia no na bia 2000 3000 o say je ade na apese o ye gina fa kokoye nka be hia ayi aduji be hia no o say ye ne kokoye we na so timi wotuma say
no bebu
no o tima bibi kakra na sasase bi mpo o timi dia boss say
wakasa me so me di
say na me timi nya ye me ka me ye nkrofo wo mampani kofo baaye no da bia me so ni an example o se mo am ye we see akoles no appointment bia no metimi di amamo but me make sure say so 1 or 2 contractors me mo am ade yakopɛ dan kitenkete o baabi ni ade ayere ade amamo number na enu 20 mpo mo am di ade na anim no o make sure me no wo ka say ene samrantie no o mo ani afie o mampani kofo mo obi anya 3 bedroom
oh wow
ene o mo what ma say omo nyina we example we obi tifia wo tie ade o ye ne se muntimi na appointment muntimi mom bibia no metima mo kasa abre amade na ba enti no contractors yeah mom me go fa abaisika contractors say mom contract no me de beto mo anim say bia ye ton da obi a come test it I'm giving an example enti no on tua da be 5 or 10 e kama me
okay
ni akabom ni atwe yaye ni papers ni ade ama wodie ni no o cheche ma amrante ni nyina enne amrante ne ho na obi edidi na do e man ne fe na emu mpo ye ne say me ma salon car mama ofie no that time institution na ho na ade am ye ne say institution no me de kodwo ye bo am ne to MPA ona ba sha am ne to boss eno ono ade letter ma mo sam rantie we am de am every month we make sure so be am 5,000.
That's all.
I'm telling you.
That's all.
Kufo here.
Oh, mom panic kufo nhihye ye. Enti no when you fie when you salon car we be call radio station every month we pay by 20 of number.
Oh, ha, say.
And then nipa no ye chief executive says can a peanut etebedu ona na ye do wa ye wakọje wa de eti nipa na mo da bia happy wo so party ni mo adwuma be ye what man say enti sa na ma we na ma party fo ni bi ye de eti mi ye de enya ba bi tran enya obi na be nya appointment enti sa me jamfi ye sa na ma we na sa party fo ni transit na mo sa so ni mo de na me sra mo mama mo man crofo we ta da money for we gold board and na to wono wo sa mo na mo smogi gold ko pa se kwa bi anu na e maintain ti mo ye press conference we si anu kwa be ni me fa so ya ko enti anya na anyi ni fi ho ni enfo obi fo from ra ni etima ye nya kwai dia fa ho ai smogi nya dia sam ye be yin ni ye yin ni ya man yellow card sa yellow card acha 2-3 weeks na paper we free we call be okay it on phantom team say sami jam fi dia darling boy of NDC who pay a whole better compensation NDC 20-25 years one be opposition one transfer 50 years but sami will be better system.
Fantastic. Kojo Yeboah ana otse ninkano eno chira say Kojo Yeboah don't mind those hypocrite NDC former appointees. They are so mean and envious, but NDC too should learn to help its members. Ya bre amone ahoya Hassan bin I want to get this one. Hassan Ben. I say the day I will land in Accra, the following day straight to my guy Sammy to glue for my contract. Dabi na e one cry no. Over bane ye ni kai. Kisley in Kasen. I say Kojo Yeboah, please. I want your number. Okay, Lolonya. NPP always we themselves whenever they hear the name of thing. Or say somebody whenever they hear the name of Semi Jenfi and Felix Kwachi, okay, Ismail Abdul Salam, and we are Zoom Lion workers. For about 1 year, 4 months, we have not been paid. Hey, is that true?
What has it? It will be on precum.
Maybe
Zoom Lion be on precum. Let me call round some say yes, I don't know. Zoom Lion will be on precum.
I say 1 year, 4 months in the interim. Zoom Lion. I think the Zoom Lion case. I said me picking up. I said me picking it up. Okay, so I'm so show number could you?
Me number there. And I wanted that
Antonio Kumo say NLA new boss is quiet. I smell something fishy. Other idea is NLA. Anyways,
Mr. So and then go for boss and must say my dad ko be your boss now about and then I can say positions the other will be no fit be no bar oba na nisu brino
na nisu
brino tie bia moto bobo no
and be because na
me share the go for send me say
me friend Chris Dugan
yes and say to me fine
so here mo bia na mo no
yes enti no hono me person na call den
okay ma me san call honorable ho na honorable CD depreciation and common no ho Afenyo Chief Justice in the opening no and also ho mpanyifo senia aboa na pen odin football entino take back on anko
enia ne here pass say any CD appreciation
yes
any dollar depreciation
that's right
enu na ehia Ghana for Chief Justice the enu de ebeba we kire enu no oye individual
okay
kwaje agree say if you educate a man you educate an individual but if you educate a woman educate
Torkonu ye nation
that be me woman here can individual seminar maker me be individual no ono na sem ye Torkonu cross so ye be ma edi a wo Torkonu enyo
ni kun de Torkonu
okay araba yeah well ye da nyankopon asese yetumi to aba Eeii NPP afri ho because in sema ye kan nyina eye campaign menia campaign ye nyina ye bi na ye ka asem no susu no na NPP fo no omunjindi ndenu enukre no abedadi na otu enukre no susu bedadi a unim ne ekoso omuse ye Donald Trump so NPP fo omuse o Donald Trump say na a tariff for e wo hontinu enunti. But let me tell you as a Ghanaian, we chop CD here ewo man but nemantina ene see the enya hon ni say. You see, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama promised a lean government. Look, if you are a business person and you are entering a country, you see or look at the behavior of the government of the day. And now the bebo bra. So he promised a lean government. And he promised 60 ministers. In there, 56 NODA Juma. That alone will tell somebody who want to do business that, no, come on. This man is serious. Because when you compare him to a president who appointed 125 ministers, meaning why we from now, the amount of money we have spent on these ministers, on bungalows, on cars, on duane, on matadie, on kwantu, ninyinanu, this government, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said, no, I am going to what? Use a lean government to manage the nation. That is very good. Now, Ofri also, you see that Nanado's government was so insatiable in taking loans. Baby loan was assassin. Bond baby hobbyana can for that. Now, the former Minister of Information, they did this. Kojo Ponkruma, no Kasafa, no Japan, no Marco Jibi, no Mukasa, now educating for Senate loan. Now, look at from January till today, the way this government behaves in terms of loan. Do you get right? Though we only have a single or one eye now in terms of getting loans in Ghana, i.e. treasury bills. But you realize that a car na do numa dia to hono enunti na ye bobusi and do say not for this government to use. So you see that if you're an investor, you see that no, this government that we have today don't want to be taking or not or based on taking loans, collecting money from here and there. No? It also sends a signal to the international community. Then also you see that we have a finance minister. Your friend Atu there Atu forcing. Do you get it right? Now compare the behavior of Atu forcing on our pest. Vis-a-vis the behavior of Kenufureta on our pest.
Now, Honorable, why not see a comparison? I didn't mean to compare.
No, me see compare now.
Now, who compares?
Enye minimum say enye no to America. Me see compare now. Because Kenufureta,
because you comparison why
me were parliament yo. Me were parliament 2017. Ne media who say Kenufureta mba mebo bra papa bia ni say. Oba ye no obeka kire first meeting oba parliament ni say there is no physical space. Now finance person is talking about that no. E kire say kwan bebre no obenya sika dodo e de aye djuma. And no start capping the get fund, cap the road fund, cap the national health. Me say akwa ebe kunye at the end of the day ebe wu. Ampani ampa enu no di bre. Then he move on to the Templeton bonds. Do you get it right? Templeton ye boni dinu. Kenufureta na down for no. And na wako fa mo aba. Tio. Omambo oji 2.25 billion we ye no. Awa open books for competitive bidding. And no ankasa sa tina se atwa interest Otu. Na wankasa sa atwa interest odi we be ma wa danfo. O ma I think around that time no more 7%. Inti sika nkwa na be. Inti obudi sa sika no 2017 Kenufureta sa sorry no call Eurobond. Wakoji $2 billion. Nti papa wenu, can you compare him to Atufosia? Ene all she say Ghana nie Juma enye ye. This is also part of it. Now, when you move on, you look at self-discipline in this government. The government of His Excellency John Dramani or disciplining because he said he's leaving a legacy. That is what is focused on. So, what disciplining, the code of conduct have come, and then every appointee, every day they are what? Giving information or alerting you that be careful, be careful, be careful. And that is how we are moving. Ebamu saying, and a Ghana for Ninyina within these 5 months, say na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama bebu manu padia and yebe sa to aba edia manu. Now the reduction in the importation of goods and also at this particular point. So, and nothing I mean say the programs of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama now. Ye kan kukon kiti men fan di agro. Ye kase kodo abro men fan di agro. Ye kase ye kodia kokofu from men fan di agro. Why? From July, August this year, no, especially the food staffs are here does say a few weeks on Boadu, they are coming to support the nation's agenda. Why do I say so? Otu say ne yando yan titim kukon kitin. You realize that our food import bill is going to go high. Now, if the import bill goes high, we use dollar to import these foodstuffs. And yes, sir. So you see that more people will be craving to get more dollars. And if the dollar is short in the system, then what is going to happen is that you need more cedis to go and chase few dollars. Now, they will say, now see the SR falling. Another strategy of this government, and it's the gold board, which was unstructured in those days. Yehu, Nanzese ye India for China for say, omu from Mukrum, Ewurade Nyankopon. Omu from Mukrum abedru ye krum, baby aye to gold. Omu did sikani money counting machine, any namun crashing to gold, because we don't have hitherto we don't have that structured system. That structured system was not there. So now, yes. So now, yes. Intimate Sami Jemfini FIC, that's intelligence, finance intelligence committee. Chumbuafo, and ne Jumano, Kojo Chumbuafo. Omunye Jumanaye Chisankrofwe, gold smugglers will make. So if we are able to buy a lot of gold and keep as a reserve, Otu, do you know the ripple effect and now the multiply effect in it? Say a drew say, one say the cities editor gold. Now you keep on them. Into a drew time, I said, no, so I drew time say, Ghana drive the $4 a month. Now you gold nivinu. Now you ton. Now, but meanwhile, we bought the gold with cities, and yes, and we are using that gold to get dollars for the traders in this country. And notice Atufo Sikatro say he is going to sustain on this journey. No, a treasure say no mikra miti has a say no. Income person buying beer say 5 serious gold mine ewo Ghana. Number 1 branch enye Jumano. Number 2 empaki gold no go. Obroni beye dia ye wo gold.
But honorable.
Yes.
I will have a suggestion.
Yes.
Na say yakuye nimu no. Menim se kwaju. Me pesi either me petition president to ana say say the be Supreme, I don't know. Who say Ghana mra say Edwapade bia ehye sansenase.
Yes.
Says Kako, another Chambo, and a fango.
Yes.
A man for Nedia. No man penny bia what is no, or you has a four. No man for no, oh no, so come.
Yeah.
80 a band is saying that Quabraneca said, Makwachi be a friend of concession. Won't you say you? Na ye chat demarcation be a man. Na a good DNA woman or two, no any faso. Na abayage the taxes. A good year, ye Constitution is say it must be held in trust for us. We are renkers and your concession. I mean, and I have to petition the president on this.
That is the fact.
So government should take over. You must work for government because government is working in trust. And then
you're correct.
Nyansa ewom 7
because concession only pa say any dia no. Me sika wo bi. Because good constitution say me media ya odia or say the concession. No, or this can go no only bottom. How?
And no na efre no colonial mentality. Abrofo dia gu yetrimuti sa asichire.
Bebo amenye competition.
Besinde sa asichire no egusu didi ya adwum. And so because we are able to stop the lithium mining our central no, it must move on to Damai. And it must move on to look obroni bi obeba krom ha sa ukita ubie 2 companies a yenji baako nso manage baako na baako enye Ghana for there. And then the sharing of the profits say no yen no 60-40 because we nya twi no ba twi for say ne owo no di enye ne come di no a okoton da de free ni krom say okọ aduane wo Ghana no onu mom na e ba be profit. Those people we must look at the law again and are buying Sami Jemfi and a mineral commission. Let us look at the appropriation of the profit. And what these companies are, no more obi to me catch say, first now you my 5%. Or no debate 10%. Nyansa I want it trimming in annual.
When you're extra 5%.
Until no why there young boys say man.
Yes. Just as gold, you know, Mutunis. Yes, would you 10%?
10%.
Yes, I know.
Yes, I be any.
Oman Penny Mr. Your Excellency, some ranu dear SSA son of Fiwi. So being pair on Connie Yani Nunin to Kwabia. Because this is where baby Obroni did that die. Yani is all this type of thing.
Nigeria, almost 51% shares of oil.
That's right.
Ghana can strike the same.
That's right. Yes.
Ghana will bear 13 or saying.
Yeah.
You see,
13. Nipa no Olidi and 2%. Nipa no Olidi 1% Olidi at the end. The company anybody 2%.
Look at this. You see, and I make us say, Sadia no Obroni di yani. Besin de it is a say no yes samrano we susu disika beba Ghana fanu say ye wo be say serious 5 mining company belonging to the government of Ghana ube usa brosan cry betumi to go na ye ma afi Ghana ne dwade ni be di dwa onu kra ko joma not air condition come we the market because no sika na ba ohia dollar eno ani say be ka kira ban say next week no you be here be say $1 billion no fa go Bank of Ghana ye di dwa was kanu no makoto na yetina we musa bedani hiafo no nyankopo ye da wase say gold no ebisa wa asase no diamond ebisa wa asase no and oil susu sa ho muma yensisa mra no. All these things are some of the things that are helping our what economy to improve. But Nyankopo say at this particular time me near ewo say o kan papa kanya enukra was say government has not started spending. Government have not yet started spending. So the only thing that can save us is the programs that are coming and then the gold board. Na enu nebe masikana because as I say contractors are a juma. When we start to pay them, then we'll have excess liquidity in the system. We'll be having more money into the system. And our programs are bankers as they said the government is mopping up resources. So there's no unnecessary spending. Government is so disciplined. So before we can scale up this, all the programs that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is bringing at this second term, no, SSA nyina yen fa yen hu fan jim. Enu nti na meka say, tio say yen kokon kitinkiti a yen NPP for so kokon kitinkiti no mun kotiti because we as NDC no enye yen kwa na ebedo ama Ghana ni nyina di ami. So such programs let us bring all the youth irrespective of the political party they belong because we want to stabilize this nation. Then you see that a CM asusun on printed mana Mahama Tise Nanado. Addison was able to print about 77 billion or the man Nanado.
They brought her without parliamentary approval.
Without parliamentary approval, we printed Sikanu the man. Nanado ni Addison unka say in charge. Omuno more cost inflation.
Yeah.
Omuno more cost inflation 2022-2023. Ya printed 77 billion. Ediaman Nanado. Oma release the good system. No? So now you have more CDs and now from excess liquidity. No? More CDs chasing dollars. And a dollar suswa kwatri. And a black market for susunu. Omu yen yo mupe. Me ba mitien yo ukafa black market. No? But which system cannot be what? Structured. Those who are selling dollars at the airport. No? As I say, yehu say be creative forest board suswa. Na ye mbramfa mom. Na ye hu say o person usisa sika you are not at fault against the law. Do you get it right? Yeah, obi abetumi aba wonche because South Africa no ansa na misisa dollar no se mo jimi number ne de ID card ni nyina passport sorry ansa no masisa dollar mami. Do you get it right? So let those people who want to work there give them the opportunity to work and then put the law there. Say when to me and Jimmy Pie passport and nani ID and sana usisa skanumano no na wafumrano. So that will create more businesses for us. Then also you look at the Guta people. One will say, Adenu see the enya hondi dollar back from ye catch a man for say, oh, mumu reduce Adenu. Why should it be so? So it means Guta to have a job to create the opportunity to create job. And he said, we should have those who are importing particular goods no Boadu no enwo na ye hu say who kwa import an say obi asori o Ghana na me import we na me import say. So today if you ask Guta how many people are importing shoes into this country on to me chere, how many people are importing belt on to me chere, how many people are importing perfume on to me chere, how many people are importing sugar and rice, and they can't tell you. But we structuring the market for them to be able to tell us, say, one of my importing belt inquire 1 million, you can make law against those people. And now Nipa Bia Obeba say, I am going to import belt as a Sausian the type of belt. Say Mrante nam Kromo Moody, I pay Pabidi dad and Crawford say leather belt. Do you get to know? Who toss a sound who do go or Chinanati? So we must educate those people. Those who are importing perfume, they must also have that education. Now, somebody will ask, those who are giving them education, who is going to pay them the salary? The person who is going to pay the salaries are the members who will be paying their monthly or yearly dues. So you establish such system. Now, our economy is so unstructured. And nothing now, sorry, say, or see me kwa import ediaba, who doesn't have any knowledge about that. A cow or say ko importaba udi bedru haswa na akotema habo no mama list tintin. But if you have, let's say, car importers board, then you know that before you join as a member, you know all type of cars. You must have that education. Say na bedru port no na custom for catch say, oh car we can spec we wo hunti e se uti ahunka. You should know that already before you go there. And unti no mudi buye and obi no susu bu obi no mo awie aban. So we need such groups. Now, if we have these boards, rice importers, sugar, we have oil, we have belt, we have iron, we have all that, and we create these boards, we'll be making money at the same time, creating employment for this nation. So that those multitude of you, look, me them in say, what I'm afraid of is the population increase at every time there. Because all the youth that we have today, if they are 3 million or 5 million, give them 6-7 years, they are going to create another 3. So you ask yourself, how are you going to feed them? We need a program today. Your Excellency, your second coming is to put structures or institutions in place. Obama beka semya during Atamo's time, Yamfa Juma, that a nation must focus on strong institutions but not strong men. Nana do abe than a strong man. And nunti no tumi fa konja eto viet manu ebie condition gusu na WhatsApp driver wape watchman guka mu na bemma kantinka omundo bodie omundo banchi na omu hwa konja baako busumi so na ya tio muka o ma we senyo bonsan man sa time na ya die.
Okay. Live on Accra 100.5 FM. Oh no. Citizenship. Mondays through to Fridays, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, yeah, the bro, no past 6:30 for like 7 to 10. Ubetimi ajoine now so o do message about on Facebook. Honorable Ashama from
what can in term to do?
Because we
we are saying, oh, Baudia Casa.
Oh, David,
because in Akonya, my name is Zokakra.
Oh, David,
Niabe say, I'm a Ghana ayin. Let us seriously focus on it. Your Excellency, the youth are still there. I want to say Kakrabi now to me. So let us have these institutions in place. Nanado one institution be an ejuma. And nothing as Sicila da patumi diesika so could tigatam nkoda ko huni dem na debi o the envelope be to them. Do you guys Sicila da pa na hye nkoda no mama da ne akromfo fa no say debi anopa onum tea and now ye chinko suama nkoda wo fiesi ye ma omo and na milk ni bi aka okọ adwuma de na akoda no be so be we are into Sicila da pa na hye akromfo no nkoda no akromfo and no ma we aska no ba sami jemfi no de ono obi ni owo no na o chiche. And a man 41 no more compare these two people. How? It is not the same. Yes, sir. The programs that have come, we need to put our hands on deck. One said the Minister of Roads, nanu ya me chia me ko baby a ubehun say ya fill potholes no yes ye enjoy potholes no amana be dani manhole and say na ko fasika say let us get a new contractor that also helps in managing the economy into potholes kakra appear now ma feel it do you get it practical example ni uko pon udru from Ashama going ubehun say potholes be da hopa afariwa uko afariwa oh nanu mi ko no ma feel it so I say yes. So you don't go and look for a contractor that will be doing 2 or 3 kilometers again. In that way, you are saving money. You look at the Minister of Education. You look at the Minister of Agri. You look at the Minister of Communication. This is the way we should go. In all these things, it helps to prop up our city. In this way, catch us say Donald Trump into Nebasanu. Okay. Because Donald Trump, say from 142% taxes on Chinese goods, or the about 30. And a China for 125 no omudi about 10 eba mo sen and no be catch us say Donald Trump ni tariff on tina city no aye nti e besre obia say mumayem boji his excellency so
yeah that's it honorable Ashama Hassan Ben Abdullah say honorable Kwesi Ashama as if you are in my mind we are tired of Abrochre we want to come back home
oh yes
honorable Ashama pray for me to come and join you. May God make Ghana like UAE, Dubai. And also the message now or the abandoned Daniel.
I can say about all from in a mission airport.
What take credit that?
Major as block account who can transfer our coffee. Nani as well as our coffee.
One thing here, so the message you know, see Kingsley Betete. I say, please don't know too. Can I get your contact? Okay. Mensa Agudu. I say Torkonu means river mouth. Diane Allen, I say, as for the MPP, Sami Jemfi has been their nightmare. Kingsley say, Otu Darko. We branch chairmen have suffered enough this party, but we didn't get anything. Oh, Pacho.
4 months.
Your party is just 4 months. Okay, you have 4 years to go. So give the president the benefit of the doubt. Paul Bayo, also good afternoon Otu and your panelists watching you live from Tewa. In fact, Kojo is my man, and I always like his donation submissions. Ismail Abdul Salam, please, for the sake of Almighty Allah, ask Easy Boss to pay us our money. 5 months now. Na Jimensa Ade, necessika yetria.
Mami no yempamu no.
Yeah, wasted time. 5 months. Electoral Commission. I hear another man.
And we impose a president for the church or Unity.
Unity. Uji budget.
What's budget?
Yeah, Uji budget. But catch us a budget sky amount no as one answer.
5 months. Why are you not paying them?
Unkasa.
See what dollar is you see this yes.
I don't maybe time. Into we know. Now the last minute no actually.
But as we for Kwenye road minister.
Okay,
that's right. Well, you'll be a voter region. Me voter region pillars no. Let me choose you. Let me find the main one. Yeah, Abuja. It's your man appointment. Will never so. That's an official crack. But proving me wrong, Chew. I'm telling you. So someone voter region. Where am number one?
Abuja, correct guy.
Position na dem papa no.
Yes.
Nana, I know action man.
Action. And now be hold your motorway. Kumasi, we got a credit. Just say, every place. I do be a choir. We a kufa sheda. What to Tokro was winning by the end of the nature. Omutu no mutu galam say for Tokro be omu to anya de ketwa. Just say, I go jay to make sure the project. Kumasi diano. What is that? What do you for saloon can for so? But I say over to the Caribbean for so.
Wow.
They were on 24 hours. A Juma Kosu honorable Yadeketwa. Yes. Minister, way dear. Young Fanny Mantunche were proving me wrong. Way too much, baby. Obi and Jackson and Command. No, Juma no money. Because Mampania, you more ministers.
Abuja, you too.
Oh, you too much. Abuja champion. Who shall Greek minister the same performance and Crophobic cross. Obi, I'm
off for Abuja never.
Way too much minister.
Oh, your mammy fair. I'm a summer straight.
Yeah.
Na company na kwane from Maripoma. Na infutura omidi queen
yeah.
Ana emsa Abuja boha one day.
Yes.
Ni mufuefui.
Yes.
Ono catch up say certain portals o se muntwa kwan so. Mun water kwan why? And I'm the failing.
That we Abuja minister. baby obi an check ese nkoma
the full name here then
me dia
Abuja
governance
the guy
on the government be
wom enti agree the hoda
but to governance on actually of Abuja
I go judge you to say baby obi an check ese nkoma juma wo ye ne de they say no ama voters say more appointment no
yes
what the other face
bra one that
be ha obi ba voters say the other face
that's an opinion like no
and yes what ya there do
no chire na
eso no be happen
what ya there do what's the position che be called regions region wo paja na hu obi a what you say we region no kro musisi and omo boy
one other agbeni a or no so ye adwuma me person me ban na ba so yekuje to abla kwa
what was here
unim
same
24-hour passport
me dey be beyond near me fair say wo fie na passport na ba
na dia bro
na ni to call here womun sa sin nyina wagidi nyina
obi de to na ono anje
wagibi bia
na anje
Oraman
oh you champion what man say womun ye utimi say ani ana make no NBC no for bi baba dwani ye ana nkrofo bi de na ye omodia
abla quite a fantastic man
correct what man say ana me come anim no baby a communication minister obi am chia no metima ka chenza me send sector ho ani am nkoyi and abi communication ya na make
Sam George
sorry
eniema nkoyie
Sam George
baby obi am sre no me nua kuma no
dey hifa na nkoyie point here
me say me no wo ka say baby at studio ha wo pese wo frɛ kwa me kwa che wo ba pese wo frɛ che ba network nyina
ha frɛ ko
nya happy o baby awo bia frɛ nko network ni nyina jiagu me sre no
data bo so e data boy de o promise
e be twa ne ho saa na hyeagu abrekwa want me pa mi ad kwa pese
data boy de
eniema nkoyie wo sector ho me sre no make sure so no mo beto niema because Ghana for bre o friend go na me busa na Otu Darko me busa question o DSTV mo hye hwan ase
as a minister of communication
any wo djuma ya dodo every month DSTV for to mo bom
oh say
what me mama tena o ma mo be bia djuma ese nipa anyine ho DSTV ese to demonstration
the same machine say omutumu enso to signal
enso to kasa enso
muna na
signal why do you charge me so much and yet all the signal na me charge you no
DSTV dwene ho a won ti ase
me book me fusa
every month yatum yes Ghana for any your mo say we won ti free krom mfa de ma na mfa mebu ye kwase kwase ebu o enu nti krofo connect Nigeria de no cheap system ana Nigeria de afo ne de mo beku yen
chale
mo ntimi say we amonko enu tre na me ka say o mampani ayi director no GBC no so we yina dia onyina di
intem
onyina di because GTV always say no apart from emwa omu yi omu no ye program papa bi enke station no ye program papa ni ade ade ye mfa sika nkoma nkrofo we
na GTV omu sika fu ide so
ya be hwi ni ho program bia ni won mo betima aka so akofie wo che
program a open no enye talking
never dia grow na woni ball mo yi 1992 Africa Cup and nanu ni eyi
because we need right
just we need right and see dia na mo ma ho ne mo nya ni ye no mo pay right na Ghana for station by station dia person hwe ti hwe ni amfa sika microphone for mo ni nya
na Ghana ebobo na me do DSTV GTV ani
onyi adentia what man say yes o mo de we ni ma ekoso ni ade ade no
ano ade wa confirm petitions about dia ma me fa petition ba
fa dia fchim
send your mo treat Ghana for a pevesa no me nje ho
we ko no mo jabonte
80 sa American war omunya ba bia ma obi opevesa why do they treat us like animals in our country why me anu ti sakra me ti no go gidi bo hamio wo be do na obi of ferry ade a what e bia what ni mo jina bonte and then opevesa oh honorable minister of foreign affairs I beg you so look American embassy ho no they should create a place for the people. I mean all the embassies.
Even that runabout to Crown. No more shed and go papa bia.
Na much yes. I don't know about Shamako ko give visa. Obi o tell you so who say na ugina ho.
Obi a obi okra open the confidential but obi who so
krom ye enye sa.
Eti mapio.
Ferudu na me dance why ade. E wa niam de kwesi ane nyina ani age. NDC ministers ni ade no mo bo adwuma ti ba bia onye bia ye ba ye be kan. What you say? No ma correct niam an kama ne nyina ekọ anim. Na me dance. Na so onim say Ghana me say no. Sidi na sidi ni say ne sidi ndi ne wi. Dollar ne wi. Sidi ni raise ne dollar ne wi. Enye nyankopon na ne wi o. Eye nipa na atranse na adwene hu sade no se ye so ne ayi ni sisia ni mu bebu te say de bi a ye so ne mu preko say de affect no eno mampani atima tase wonya mpani fo mu ni onimdie wo mu ni mu nyansa no wo de wo ma hyehye wo no mototo nema na me to an mani age en me ne wo kasai edum pempense obi wo no ma obi ti abrochire eno nti na obu okra mu ye o or the $1,000 ba wo to cement obeto bebre o because oba no se baby scan bebre no de to ade o mu ye enne the way eba from no eba from to so abrochire from so mo bu afu de o mampani ha
o mo bu afu papa
I don't know won pe
I judge you. Me bomb by swap with Rasun Jim. Or call Rechi. I say, oh, President Mahama, I do, but in favor. I don't know.
Oh,
who's the first one not buying? What's the sound? But the same, the sea was the sound. A swat or infants of course $1,000. Yeah. On your emphasis 1,600.
Yeah, 16 to 17,000.
Yes, yes. I know what's our cost 1,000. This will be 1,200.
Yeah. How? I feel good.
Only in Branton, almost one of Mufra Bruce, the Geo girl.
Yes, that's it. What you imagine? Yeah, you know, scan the band near the dinner. And the penny for you, dear. On penny for you, money, dear. On my penny idea. So it's why you need 56. No even 60. Obi 120 something. Still na dollar ever collection. Election ever na Otu Darko. And ka odi enka wo de wa gimi kura po collection dia. And you be able to be injecting money back from.
That's right.
Omo enti ma even 15. And now 17 16 sa the collection dey lose here. Omo mpani enti ma just 4 months. Hwe do dollar neighbor. Na no the mama ni giba akukura wo system no say dollar neighbor no na petrol ni yef.
Ampa.
Me feel me ka cha na che. Na me ka kitwe. Say me feel na me best me feel here. Wow. What's your condition no nice be okay and foot be am for the akwakoye oya what man eh ya mamu papa o amamu papa
okay
eh nyansa phone na ebu man no eh nyansa phone na ebu man no o mo ka bo no ka mu ti aba papa and ye nyom no bubu ma eti sa nipa we mu ho no ma e die enti ye ba betra ho no yakogye nkofo foforo bi mu en hihya o mo hihya no ni nyina e koso e na me ka se ba bia nam na Otu Darko ye kwai this ya na be kona Ghana na be du ba bi na akoye one party state o I'm telling you because who got to about I change side. Yenim dia yi nana Nabukadnezar baba ye. What man say? Yes, I have a call and go for your man and no. Dear Hana ye won a whole year. To be the empire bonanza and no one about almost starting spending the almost spending. Yeah, just almost started spending where and I'm honorable me, I can even promise you. One best spending man, the end cry I saw for my bro. So dollar next 2-3 months. Dollar the number 7 says this. Dollar never you na braba mo so nyo bia. What was the never bafo? And once I share papa be na no Otu Darko e dey na yeti krom na so company ba o man mu a mimi krom bra have Kenya say na bia me yisu wono e ho na Newmont Otu Gold kese in the branch kese wo no obi wa brem ni ade ba Kenya say dey na so na no Otu Darko uko Anglo Gold Ashanti was South Africa before mbabe project was South Africa wo no omu ye kwae wo ho nyina community omu ye kwae wo ho nyina omu the light ko ensu omu ye bibia asphalt o omu wie no mu si hospital international hospital say niema on baba on in case of something nipa benya ba ko hospital and say no mu start omu djumadie na Otu Darko ko mi kuro Kenya ase wudu hwidie mra wo ko Kenya ase number 1 number 2 ba bia ni mont no na je wo watare hye bag mu and say wetima
ko kan ye
je say wo yi wo ho
men kan say ase wo mu pe anom koye South Africa ana wukurum de o manye two separate leaders. Because it was said, your leadership in can say go in the obetu. Now, no. That's why you're saying, by idea, 10% and no, I don't see.
Nanti nipa.
Now you're nipa kaya.
Now, Beko Kenya say number 2. Hospital Papa Bianio. Yes, a shidium.
Yes, and the
Roma for hospital Kitwabia, Kwame Nkrumah Tamu Musi, and one take care of Babia, will be assembly to Obia. Nana. Emura mu hwa ye we no hospital Kenya si krai mu enfutro na agi krai nyina fa Awurade Yesu Kristo na woni me ma na ye ya wokọ ba bia Newmont for no wona omukọ tese wona e hodo mo ye kwa na ye bibia e no mo mote ho
amu de o ma ye bibia
o mo ma bibia no mote omukọ tese ho e na kro ni nyina mo kaasi namu e na ebu enfutro e na ensu ape
mo ma mo mpanyimfo se den
e chese e o mo dia bro na Otu Darko empanimfo di mpanimfo abro ye wahemfo wo ho ahemfo so je o mo percentage wi asan enti de me busan say saa ne hyehyɛ we mu no ɛno na da bia ma ɔman be kɔfom ɛnna me no kɔ Kenya so ne ade na no because of those things de wa nipa yare wo hɔ nya de ketwa wo na nse me kɔ hɔ ɛnya de ketwa hospital kra bi ni wo nipa kɔ hospital ye wo machine
me
ye tu every code
esanka ansa ne mema concession kra no you create fund be a friend of health fund.
Yes.
Nanka ya mo quantity bibi
yes
every month.
Yes.
Say ya be sorry ya.
Yeah,
you fan na hwe. Because every way be a baby it has adverse effect on the town.
Even community development fund.
Yes.
SSN wo ho.
Yes. Masa, say ya na ye ni nyansa. Ana ye ntimi to go na. Panika sase na say ya be wan nyansa for later. Why?
Yes.
Why are they doing this for people?
Nana. So me ko na me see me kro mu ni. How na me appear stadium one on Sophie. Say udru krom one
appear free.
Ofi Kenya's number 1. What man say you need the same town. E ho na ye.
That be share no jubilee how will receive him manager pa.
Oh appear the one be receive. What man say? Ti nana ye ba be ko ni say ya na. Ananso man pani a wa be odi nhihye fofo be ba na. Ama ne ma toto ye. Akufo na pam fo be o mu de ayo be wi ano makum no ma say no. Me ne o kase onabo. Wo hye wo de o ye panimu a wadi MP wo mu ni ade. Position ya ba mi so o de na so bro so. Me busa question anya bi as 37. Baby ana a DVL for no police for no yetimi apam wo mo o mampani mu ba ye ndis be no mfise sa place no ye ba be gi ade na de ye nse contractor na so ye project won that place no woni aban ne transe e na aban ne so woni bibi onkonko pe baabi o mo de kwabenya police kwajuma police station chi wono atomic wono e na okosi dai e ma police for no e na edu mu nyina for wono
ono si sada
no etu e aban na ma na sase o
opposite park no
hono opposite park no aban na sase no de ma no atomic for sase e na okokosi e na ono no mfa we no mfa nye project sabiom nya ade ya gini ya dwuma asase we baabi dan chese
ndi police for free akra
police for bi ani awo
we prime area
police for nyina mo akra nyina atomic police station chi wono e hono mo nyina agu to police ni bia nia e no me no kasa excavators eguso ye adwuma enya de ketwa ye ba ye na dia ne ye wudru afrikiko opposite who's a soldier for in the first house bungalows in the one police headquarters in here na nim afrikiko opposite wa mo dia ma company bi onu so si dai na honum she security zone wey ya de ya fa ho a roofing sheet afa ho mo ya security zone ya ba ye honorable ye trasa aniema we wama enkrofo ya fa sa aniema we se omo dia man krofo nti agya ya na sa aniema we ye ba beteta ho ananse ye make sure say ye be gi ade upon see a reset ba bia o na Otu Darko eni kwa say agya aniema bi tutum hwamo da ye chi asase we da mo da ye chi before the election 24 hours omo si dai omo every Sunday Saturday omo tu anopati anyumre ye government land wo biafa ya come in poma kwa stop omo once dey ade chese properties na omo fae no omo gusu
okwa roka dey
me ni omo di ko si ani brutal ho no mo say omo say ya e na omo fra omo boss omo ne omo boss kasa me mo 1 week ni ade me ko twice ni ade me nyina nko fanda so gusu
omo boss say dey
what ono wato e ho ene dia na even the fear na sa to aso no ene dia to owi obesa be bu fie na gu I'm telling you a buy property aban niam ni nyina ora mo aye fine but still now Akufo Addo crowd for the system no property sitting still now omo develop their coin such airport place ya di agro na honorable media minimum say mo anu one do and the sad property and mo bi keke say o so person ye na ade ho ntino wakosi da atomic police e ho no maban say ase e do makogu nwura mu enna me no kasa police for nyina ho no mu go
wow
e kese bi o center
say BBC
honorable police for nyina obi ani center ukọ ho no mani ani quarters na nya de keto e ho na Accra police for nyina do makogu enti so makosi filling station ho e ho no load fuel enu say me dwene ho amentiase obi te dansoma police station obi o police headquarters was surrounded by Otu moto e de kwa atomic police station go filling station e ho no enu police for one there e ho no obi afele na be kwa ne moto be 1000 obi no feeling you betu o de bedu dansoma na fu ene nsan na ntinipa bibini ya dwene nyansa wo
be connect to om
nearest places ona no Otu Darko
obetu obekwa na half
asa na no Otu Darko na omo ba ekwa ne kra cars ni adade police ka omo block ekwa ni na
onye
da bibini adwene wo form do na no Otu Darko etimi se oba mu mpanimfo omo reset niema de ba Akufo Addo nkrofo na wia niema wotima se because ento o shia that the president shia na president ba ade o ye ba kwa mani anye ho e yo kokwa no shia Akufo Addo
na person be shia no
Akufado eba wiase wan hia president an hia ne nsem na bon komoda on ne nsa no wo atwam
o ba so nim say mahama ne
Akufado
difference
me wie masema obehu
okay
nana wo hia no fine program ababi e good ex president one day no kama ene ne ntra konwom na de ha me mponi say woni ne di ne ti bubom akwati wonim niam ewom wonim niam ba body wo tremu na ne di ti di agro say trewei oni omampani da do nya no ba bi ko edi om ti bubom anche bia no koye papa ye nipa boni ni number 1 ene ne fa wotri mu bom because bi ade agu ni tim no e che apia wo wa dwempa ma Ghana fo ni ade wo kwa no ni di wo chi so obeje akwa say wo ye wadanfo Akufado ye mfa ni agro sa o wo pa bonsam na hye Akufado asai
say bia ade
abonsam na no hye no
na omampani hwepe up unity
unity to with who
no na do de na unity
be dia na
eno ni trim
abonsam ni Nyankopon ni abonsam ni twaka woni ni twaka bia wo hia na wonsa na acha na akoba bi Ghana fo ni abro so reset eniema never entertain set nipa bi say what ma say Ghana fo ni abro ye wo gidie wo mu ye odomo eno na me wo mampani che se papa yi me se constitution no ene samia na bi a me sa akoko test constitution dia me ko test bi ona na otu da metima ka che o se bi o constitution anya yi o se e se okomienu ni ye kwato aso ana ye twam eje kwato aso de se papa etimi sa akọ the next one kwato aso because ade ojo ma ma timu no
and the early days yet
oh na sa ne se bibia certificate ba bi what ma say
fada no yembo na chido
yeah bona chido na me kan say agire wontim ni nyanse wontim hihia opeso de ma Ghana for ko mo anim no we ye ye nipa bi sa wisdom we wontim ni wodo a wode ema nipa no na otu da we nya president bia because me minimum mampani kofo ba ye na me you to Ghana ya waso so the fear na ye say we bibia won be di president no more than kakaye o di mposo ono besere
that's right
di say onimu pa se kodwe ebo amuna na mo ba fi ambe prepare ye bibia no wo di president awie wo mu hu a wo nya nipa biem ma hu na nado a be di president wo hu a wo nya nipa eni kwa obe no ba papa we be di president ye no me hu no no ne chese oni obia gira ho mo bonko mo di ade gi ade se fi nkrofo de ne die so man nkrofo ni bi na me Nyankopon wo boni pa ni bi different papa we nyame abona ma wo de na ma Ghana fo ese eniema opeso ye ese bona chi dom ne boa na eniema na me se na Otu Darko me se wo de ma ho 2-3 years na NPP fo no mo ye de bronya mo di nya bronya geto wo mo bronya ma akoma fo duenu ansa ne collection 20 Christmas ansa ne collection dia kan ne ni selection ye no mu ni election bi e ko o ma we mu selection ye ya na de so ni ye ko ni ye reset ye mfa de ne madam money fund sa me say ni biem what ma say etu ye NPP ni a entempa o dwane this time a acha 2-3 years be you atum mu nyina mo mra na enye de ye nso mo ma na enye niema na Otu Darko ni bibi
dabi
nana so ko na marketer me de me come market every Sunday
okay
weekend bi me come market
okay
nana Otu Darko kudru madina marketer aduane abu rough me count aduane abu rough
pay na mahu
aduane na me eniema me come market ban me pa na emre ene nwane ade those things uba na de be nkwan ni ade u feel u nya
na say no so ne so omo price
na bo dia baba nchi abane ade
na bia baba ne bo no still ne bo
dia obeka che obi an emre bi atwa mu enwa se bi afompo ebi a 100 and 200 say we kona to bia 100 and bia bebre bodia aba we to bebre eniema ye ton just ni ade na do bia beka che say ni na last month ye pe no oboa and na weekend ya me call market na bibia e dey e da form say egum we 200-300 job de be die no last month we to fa ni quarter it will be eba ebi a yɛmfa ne sɛ ɛmo ne nneɛma na ɔmo krade ba na ɔmo se bia ɔmo sika wom ba local staffs no because the transport bo nya den eti ni me maame afia usi akoko tu board ene bank ni menke afia kras ya wo de ba madina dwom no first na wo de ba na nkagye ne 1000 bia wo be gye 500 enti oba nneɛma na ba fom eti me madina dwom na me koe na me ka ebi obi so be kwa gogoro hia na ba bi foforo na no Otu Darko ɔmo asete because wo nim sɛ we ɔmo wi aye ayi the edigu asase your friend is a fertilizer mu wi ani nyina won sa Greek minister gidodo na de ma akuafo no because who that me no pay
one person no so gbo adwuma pa no na Greek minister na so no one a prefect of the ministers what man say boy you more than what you senior sectors by be share na see bio make sure you chawa che opoku
cha juma wo bono different altogether what am I say enti wagege fertilizer ni nyina chama kuafo na kuafo ni use it free say when na epe na mo the fertilizer go warehouse na mo ton
fertilizer say atro not for sale
not so mo dey what am I say kakra obabeto so ache ni nyina ma say akra for fraud
on na ba kuta free cry say enchinu lock no
one pe ba ku na ote so onu so ekoto ba oba one so the same thing that's also ache ni lock no wo ma be ha Ghana wo na no Otu Darko wo fie na ye NDC ni a ma wani nye se wanya president papa wanya members papa o metoto niema no e bia na won san kan wo de Messi acha Richard for no say o man pani we o man manage
Joma na
Richard for so simple e bi ni nya wan ya obi nya
wa wo nya wadwuma yie Joma na Richard for
park ni obi abekoso akobo ball ni bi obi abe bobi ento obi anya nto
ana musu munya steady because ahana Joma Hamati eti yen te ha no ayen pese John be feel no CEO minister a wonya wadwuma yie
me
munya mundi agro
Messi na no CEO ba ko na me pese be boni din
hwe
one oye dance kakra bi ba ne ho enkotodwa wabu no wabu nkotodwa 1 week still now what ye not one man ye muni so benya record wo benya wo de ma next wo benya record wo mampani Joma ma wo fa ne mani agro ena nya fe no be pempa nkrofo eno nko ade ne wo mampani kufo ne kofi de awuo ayi ba ne fi osafomafo ba ne fi as a minister no bon komo ye bi atoto ne ma osafomafo duru ne fi ne wayi na di wotuma se akufa do ntimi nya da ba o mampani Joma ma onu the same thing what ko fidi ewu say Joma no nim ye obetima ye e na obeya ama Ghana ko ye ntu ye ndisi na Otu Darko ka wakoma to ye wotuma se obi answer be kan
economy. I wish to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance, the Governor of Bank of Ghana, and their teams for the close collaboration and coordination they are demonstrating in this economic turnaround. I am confident that by the time the Honorable Minister returns to Parliament to present this year mid-year budget review in August, we will have even more good news for Ghanaians.
Fantastic.
Amen.
Fantastic.
Amen.
John Mahama, President of Republic of Ghana.
Fantastic.
na na Otu Darko
Abai papa.
once we me John Abano we station we there we obi eti I get no hang of Ghana yeah
Yes.
Siama we me no we madam for bibia o na say dem me friend madam for mfa
oh
I can't change that
Na so she.
me no net say bibi go baby na me obi o
Reason na so she.
edu me ni e vice president o ni di pop up me na ko fan be who campaign
honorable Siama me
I don't know yes sir
untimi country say dollar ntia ada na yes sir ye be ba
you am me no tie o me mo yes sir
ba wa yade
o champion man no dia me say wo hwe ne what here forget it o ye champion
yeah
o boy juma
me ka kire ni close lady bi
ka kire ne ma
me wi akai me na me friend no
we ya me ka
me ka kire ni close lady no friend kan yes ada
me ko fan ba vice presidential we no me nya problem pa ba me use no pa me din me use ye wie na ne ya appointment aba na me fro Adam for senior brother how why
the time so enti me ji obi a closing remarks on the Chief Justice case enti ba say e bit my akai 10 minutes enti yenye 88 na me fa 2 wrap up
okay
Kwajo 10 minutes we say 88 and now 44
sorry
honorable kwai
44 the honorable but for 4 no corner Kwajo nso fa ni
yo me de me
but honorable say na be can say MTN chip na iPhone 10 cedis yeah 10 cedis okay enti but MTN shop bia buwem na almost 10 cedis pe
okay
10 cedis enti and I want say MTN no o hear the large number no mo wana abusua ne so you su omo chip na
abusua no so
boa pa
me mo use me only one line
yeah me so only one line MTN
me number there
enti no ye kanfo amom 10 cedis pe obi ankoko pe bi na ye register amom
yeah yo Otu bebia ye nam ne efa Chief Justice formality and I yes sir omu ye ntem no koboko because to this point His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wan from Ghana mrabia nti ye mo ne edwuma mo ye nne obia ntro na obia nkania obeka na asem no emfa ne ho fanko ne obedi nechi any EC boss the penitentiary committee mu ye na mu wie ntem at least ade we mu wie no one day kra enya hwe wono mu ye witness ni nyina no mu from Dakro because mami we no obra wa bo wa konja so no enya fe oh yes
but the from one day
from nyina one day ana nye wie you see ye contem you see MPP fo a kire ye say omo no mutota omo no muta omo de edit Torkonu echi a audience isemboni wo kromo a inti omo no mu ye press conference ni we ni nyina edi man inti maami no ono ankasa wa show ni political color inti baby aye dru de omo fra witnesses ni nyina Dakro pe na ya we nkochina Friday no na ya we bibia na the report na koma president na maybe Sunday evening obi a hwe TV ana na omo ampeja ka jese baby aye dru de wo de ko na next na ya fa Jemensa de susu esa de aba onu susu ese kofi unim ni enti a mi senye petition ukra ese Torkonu kofi she couldn't defend a Ghanaian citizen time I vetino ye bisa say who is a Ghanaian ye wumi wo hospital omu mami birth certificate ni weni nyina we say that cannot make me a citizen of Ghana. But me first birth certificate no edico prepare passport dia passport dey
very illogical.
So that nipa no wa fairly that law is law on coffee na nipa fu franzo no embra ye papa ba fu boni ye nipa say or ye MPP ni but your person ye djuma ti say Ghanaian we ye djuma ti say Ghanaian obi ampamo because o mampanyi ku for time say nya Georgina Wood so ye djuma atamus bedru so ye djuma say Ghana ni bi anka say ye mpam no enti we nu obi ase nkofie na say sa January na konja we so a akwati say owo a wapra no obeka say the poison ni na odi be gu na wakum His Excellency mo bi anka ntra say o ade we de Janu na David Mikai JH Mensa 2000 elections na sa time no na omampanyi kufa biti atamus kakra and no musi ensa campaign second round na JH Mensa ko gina platform so o say there owo no ya pra no man kunu pra gwanya sa be kuyen inte no na Edru say may he so rest in peace inte me there baby Edru say there no turning back forward ever backwards never onko ono angasa kramati se wa park dada into onkontem na e papa ba fo boni no onfa adwuma no na onfanye na enche within this month so your person say isi boss no ono se na asem no nkodu funu no
yo ya be hwe asemaka me do afa to
na me da asem de ma no ba wie de ma me de se onu se asem ba bia de na duro no ehun po nya se kini pampo ba no ba me hawo ne papa na atin we no chief justice no ba fo boni no unim say up to now lady ni stamp enom da so use
sa ebia ye di na 70
because
na ya kasa giran chai ni ya di obi ya di position ni ma obi a wo di automatically ni ka say use bibia o still now my stamps
she's still the chief justice
who
to say president be kasi ye na based on committee findings no she's still the chief justice
one you tell me some friend witness one day
thank you again nana mami we nya ba obi a because mami we would check the way 7-0
she's
9-0
not proven guilty
5-0 we are proving that we the brofo na o den na okeka bi
court of public opinion you are proven the committee no
committee dey here na committee
in there
was defenders again we confirm we na asi ya high humpo keke ya ni maami we ya ni na wie na maami we wo de hwe wo kokore 5-0 7-0 9-0 no ni nyina ba kokora ni ba fo ni mu won crofobia na de wo ye adwuma gender setting NPP for na e use no na say this NPP for na hu say boni am wadi nyina ne maami no e de betwa twitwa ge omo say maami no fio na say Ghana a court system no be da ho ne obia judgment everything here come na na me NPP for no bewu enu nti omoni abre denden no mo ansa anya smart o mo na mo asa ko fam lawyers ni ade no mo defend maame no nana ye ne omo awie na ene no na boka no ho na se be saba maame we asaba back no asaba betra ho call ya na
ove kuyen
nana ede make online wo de pa ma committee ni form funding no de ba kra ye kebesesa no
ga umu nyina be
de bia na ma me na wie Ghana no de say open unya case say first ya na anu na parliament ayit mi fa Afenyo market mi the case ko okwa that day na near the judgment aba near ya transfer and this is because 50 years also nya won ma me we qualified ye ni na wie oni hwe ko